YouTube? It's Jake here with The Light, reporting to you from sunny, snowy, beautiful Colorado once again. Much love to everybody who's been subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much to you existing subscribers who've been tuning in, watching the videos, and supporting me. If you haven't already, subscribe. Push the bell for notifications. Also, I need you to like and share the videos to help me spread the channel and spread the information to help this grow. Now, we're seeing a lot of crazy stuff. Coronavirus infecting the markets. Nothing appears to be immune, including the cannabis industry. So we're watching the market actually taking a legitimate correction, falling very, very steeply. The market has basically appeared to form a cliff pattern, and I don't know when it's going to stop or when this virus will reach containment. That's something that I don't think anyone can predict. Hopefully, world governments get it handled in March. Now, the cannabis industry has been taking a hit too. We see new 52-week lows by a lot of companies, but you know, companies like Tesla, as well as companies with really good fundamentals, have been taking massive hits and dropping like rocks off of this market cliff, mostly due to coronavirus fears. So we're watching for buying opportunities, even watching sectors that we normally don't. One in particular that I've been watching a little more lately is the cryptocurrency market. And actually, I want to engage you all in the comment section. I know that my viewers are some very educated, intelligent people, and a lot of you have your hands in investment outside of the cannabis industry. So I would like you to let me know in the comment section what you think about the investment thesis for cryptocurrency. And if you're in crypto, what cryptocurrency or coin is interesting to you? Is it Ethereum, Bitcoin? Is it Ripple? What do you think about the blockchain and cryptocurrency? Let me know in the comment section down below, my friends. Now, without further ado, let me talk about the cannabis industry. We got a big update surrounding the illegal cannabis market in Canada, where there's a massive shakeup taking place right now. And I know I've been saying that for months, but this is still really the early stages of a shakeup, as we're now in what I would call Cannabis 2.0. We've got all these cool derivative products, legal cannabis, recreational and medical, and these companies are expanding to a large production scale. Now, we saw Aurora Cannabis with a pretty poor quarter, kind of exceeding their own expectations and those of some analysts, despite the fact that it was a terrible quarter. And so there were some good numbers, but they also had margins getting a little worse. Production cost per gram went up by about 2 cents per gram, which is not a big deal. They still have pretty much best-in-class numbers as far as the production cost per gram go. But still, it's a very sensitive, and Aurora Cannabis needs to deliver good news fast, because Aurora's investors have been shaken up. The stock's reaching new 52-week lows, falling below $1.50 a share, dangerously close to the NASDAQ price requirement. But I think that Aurora Cannabis actually might be too big to fail, as well as Canopy and Kronos Group, maybe even Afria. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of Departures Capital, but Aaron at Departures Capital is a really smart guy running that YouTube channel. It's a channel like mine, been around for a while longer, and one that I'm fond of. He covers Aurora Cannabis and the cannabis industry in Canada. He is from Canada, and so he's kind of right there on the ground level as an investor, getting to check it out. In his latest video, he talks about the potential for a big partnership with Aurora, which is what I'm going to discuss here. But he also says that they may be too big to fail, and I agree with that, considering their large scale of production, best-in-class costs, as well as European GMP certification with the facilities, and all these medical cannabis contracts internationally, even buying up Farmacias Magistrales in Mexico. I think Aurora is here to stay. I think Kronos is here to stay with their big tobacco partnership. I think Canopy is here to stay with their brands like Tweed and others, and good retail presence. But I think the rest are at risk of a big shakeup, especially companies like CanTrust, who have failed with their compliance, and other companies who have failed to vertically integrate or to excel at their lower cost per gram of production. Now, as this happens, as we see the shakeup, we're going to see these small players players like CannTrust falling off. And CannTrust actually has a pretty big production footprint, and as they fall off, that means that their pot is pulled from the market, their production's pulled from the market. And as that happens, that means that there's less supply to meet the demand. That means that the expenses and the price of the cannabis can go up. That's a good thing for big players like Aurora Cannabis, who might be able to raise their prices and then increase their profits and revenues. So we're watching to see if that's going to continue to happen. Now, I think that it will happen. We've seen that pattern happen here in the state of Colorado, legalization, and now we're watching as Canada's moving from cannabis 2.0 to cannabis 3.0 with big time consumer packaged goods partnerships and big companies moving in on the industry. You already see Constellation Brands last year moving in on the industry. You saw Big Tobacco moving in on the industry, and now we see with Aurora Cannabis having a very close connection with Mondelez International, a potential partnership forming. Now, they have done vigorous restructuring, letting go of executives, firing their CEO, bringing on new people to the board of directors. And it looks like investors kind of missed this in their conference call, but they've got a guy from Mondelez International on the board of directors, as well as a guy from Kraft Heinz on the board of directors. And the reason why this is significant is that these people with their experience and connections to these big consumer packaged goods companies can help facilitate partnerships. Not only that, but Aurora Cannabis's #1 strategic financial advisor, Nelson Peltz, has worked with Mondelez and has it as a major holding in his hedge fund, Triad Investments. So seeing all of that, it looks like Mondelez might be priming for a partnership with Aurora or an acquisition. And not only that, but if you check the news here, I'll show you, Mondelez International is buying 2 Bite Brownies. They're a bakery. They're a company that is actually perfect for edibles. And it looks like Mondelez, with this acquisition, might actually be preparing for a move into cannabis edibles. Now, this is big stuff, not just for Aurora Cannabis, but just for the worldwide cannabis industry. As you see consumer packaged goods getting in on it, as you see this industry legitimized, and we might see Aurora Cannabis becoming really a consumer packaged goods company with all of their vertical integration in cultivation, processing, and extraction. So this is exciting stuff, and I agree with Aaron at Departures Capital that Aurora is probably here to stay. Now, I'll be seeing you guys again very soon. We've got some exciting stuff planned with more interviews, more stuff from the hemp industry. I'm also going to be reporting to you guys on Hemp Inc. and talking to you all about some revenue projections and a little bit more analysis that I'm doing on that company. I hope that you're excited to see the future here as this worldwide hemp and cannabis industry grows and grows and grows. I'm excited seeing the channel surpassing 160 subscribers. I love all of you. I'm really excited about the support, and I can't wait to talk to you again in the next video. Until then, everybody, much love.